Whispers in the cornfield. It was a cool October evening, and the moon hung low and heavy in the sky, casting pale light over the old Johnson farm. A thick mist settled over the endless rows of corn, twisting and curling around the stalks like ghostly tendrils. The cornfield stretched for acres, a labyrinth of golden husks whispering secrets to one another as the breeze rustled through. Abby and her little brother Ben had never been afraid of the cornfield. They had grown up exploring it, playing hide and seek and weaving through the narrow, twisting paths. But tonight the field felt different, almost alive. The wind carried strange sounds, soft chuckles, the snap of stalks breaking under unseen feet, and the occasional low sigh that sent shivers racing down their spines. "Abby, can we go home?" Ben asked, clutching her hand. His voice was barely above a whisper, and his wide eyes reflected the silvery moonlight. "Not yet," Abby replied, trying to sound brave. "We just need to find the scarecrow and then we'll head back." Their mom had joked about the scarecrow going missing, and Abby wanted to prove to Ben that it was still standing at the field's center, as it always had. They walked deeper into the corn, their shoes crunching over dried leaves. Every few steps, Abby could have sworn she heard footsteps behind them, stopping whenever they did. She told herself it was just the wind, but doubt crept in. Finally, they reached the small clearing where the scarecrow was supposed to be. Only it wasn't there. The post stood bare, its wooden frame splintered and crooked. The scarecrow, once dressed in a tattered plaid shirt and wide-brimmed hat, was gone. A low, mournful groan rolled through the corn and Ben gripped Abby's hand tighter. "Abby, what happened to it?" Ben whispered, his voice trembling. Abby opened her mouth to answer, but her words caught in her throat. The corn behind them began to part, stalks bending and cracking as something moved closer. Out of the shadows emerged a figure, tall and misshapen, its limbs jerky and unnatural. It wore the scarecrow's clothes, but its face was wrong. The burlap sack that had once served as a head was twisted into a grotesque grin, and two black buttons glinted where its eyes should have been. Its mouth, stitched with thick black thread, twitched as if trying to form words. "Run!" Abby yelled, pulling Ben along as she bolted through the corn. The whispering stalks seemed to close in around them, grabbing at their clothes and hair. Behind them, the scarecrow's footsteps thudded, uneven and relentless. It laughed, a hollow, echoing sound that didn't belong to anything human. The children stumbled out of the cornfield and into the yard, hearts pounding. They slammed the back door shut and locked it, pressing their backs against the wood. Through the window, Abby could see the cornfield, now silent and still, as if nothing had happened. But in the moonlight just at the field's edge, the scarecrow stood once more, head tilted and button eyes watching,